You ever get that feeling that your bank is, well, kind of slow, a little expensive, and just a bit of a closed-off club? Yeah, me too. Well, there's a financial revolution happening right now. It's called Decentralized Finance, or DeFi for short, and it is completely flipping the script on how we use money. So let's break it down. Here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the big problems with the system we have now. Then, we'll introduce DeFi as the fix. Peek under the hood at the tech that makes it all run and see what you can actually do with it. We'll also get real about the risks and wrap up by asking the big question: is this the future? All right, let's kick things off with something we all know: traditional finance. Banks, brokers, the whole system. And look, it works, but we've all felt the pain points, right? Waiting days for a transfer to clear, getting hit with weird fees, or the fact that billions of people around the world can't even get a simple bank account. Now, when you put that system next to DeFi, the difference is just wow. In the old world, big institutions are in control. In DeFi, it's all run by code on a blockchain. Access goes from being limited by where you live to being totally open to anyone with an internet connection. And the best parts for most of us? Speed and cost. We're talking about going from days to seconds, and from paying a bunch of middlemen to just not. And that brings us right to the hero of our story: DeFi. It's a system designed from the ground up to solve all those problems we just talked about. So what is it really? The simplest way to think about it is finance without banks. It's a whole universe of financial tools built on blockchain that lets you do pretty much everything a bank does: lending, borrowing, trading, you name it, but in a way that's open for business to literally everyone. And it all works because of a few core ideas. It's decentralized, which means there's no single company or CEO pulling the strings. It's transparent. Every single transaction is out there for anyone to see and verify. It's accessible, so all you need is a crypto wallet to plug in. And it's programmable, meaning the rules are just code that runs automatically. Okay, but how does this stuff actually work? I mean, it sounds kind of like magic. To really get it, we need to pop the hood and look at the two pieces of tech that make this whole engine run: blockchain and smart contracts.
First, you've got the blockchain. The best way to picture it is as a shared digital notebook that's basically tamper-proof. Every transaction gets written down as a new entry. And once it's in there, you can't just go back and erase it. That's what makes it so secure and transparent. And it's why you don't need a bank in the middle to check everyone's work.
And then you have smart contracts. Oh man, these are the real game changers. They're basically just programs that live on the blockchain and execute automatically when certain conditions are met. Think of them like a super smart vending machine for money. You put in your crypto, and it automatically gives you what you ask for. No questions asked, no human needed. So when you put it all together, the process is actually pretty straightforward. You connect your digital wallet to a DeFi app, what's called a D app. That action tells a smart contract what to do, and it just does it, following the rules written in its code. And then boom, the transaction is locked in on the blockchain for good. It's simple, secure, and totally automatic. Okay, so that's the tech. But let's get to the fun part. What can you actually do in the world of DeFi? Because this isn't just some abstract theory. It's a massive, growing ecosystem of tools you can use right now. You can do a lot of the stuff you'd normally do at a bank, like lend out your crypto to earn interest, or borrow money using your assets as collateral. You can trade tokens directly with other people on what are called decentralized exchanges. You can even get into more advanced stuff like yield farming or staking to earn rewards. There are also stablecoins to help you avoid crazy price swings, and even insurance to protect your digital assets. Let's zoom in on one of the most popular things to do: trading on decentralized exchanges, or DEXs. These are platforms where you trade crypto peer-to-peer. And here's the absolute most important part: you always keep your funds in your own wallet. This is a huge shift from traditional finance, where you have to hand over your assets and just trust that the company will keep them safe for you. And we're not talking about some small niche sites here. You've got massive players like Uniswap on Ethereum, which is like the grand central station for token swapping, or PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain, which is super popular because it's so fast and cheap to use. So here's the easiest way to think about it. Using a regular crypto exchange is like putting your money in their bank account. They hold it, they control it. But using a DEX, that's like trading cash right out of your own wallet. Your money never leaves your hands. You are always in control. Now, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? But with all this new power and freedom, we have to be smart. DeFi is still the Wild West in a lot of ways, so it's super important that we talk about the risks.
So let's ask the question that's probably on your mind. Is any of this actually safe? And the honest answer is, it's complicated. The tech is designed to be secure, but there are absolutely risks you need to know about before you dive in.
Remember those smart contracts? Well, if there's a bug in the code, hackers can exploit it. There are also weird financial risks you've probably never heard of, like something called impermanent loss. And of course, you've got the classic internet bad guys, hackers trying to break platforms, scammers creating fake projects just to run off with your money, and phishing attacks trying to trick you into giving up your passwords.
But you can absolutely navigate this space safely. First, get a secure wallet, and I cannot say this enough, never, ever, ever share your secret seed phrase with anyone. Start small. Only put in money you'd be okay with losing while you're learning the ropes. Do your homework on projects. And always, always, always double-check every link you click.
So, we've looked at the good, the bad, and the tech. When you zoom out and look at the big picture, what does this all add up to? Is this really where finance is going? The impact is already huge. DeFi is giving people who've been locked out of the banking system a way in. It's creating a single global marketplace for finance that doesn't care about borders. And maybe the most powerful thing of all, it's giving everyday people total, unapologetic control over their own money. If you boil it all down to one sentence, that's the promise of DeFi right there. It's about giving you more control, more transparency, and more access to financial tools than ever before. I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Your curiosity is the first step toward financial empowerment in the decentralized world. It just nails the whole vibe of DeFi. It's about being curious, learning, and taking charge of your own financial journey. And that leaves us with one last massive question to think about. If this technology is rebuilding the entire financial system without the old gatekeepers, do we even need banks anymore? Is this the beginning of the end for banking as we know it? Only time will tell.